Welcome to Marina's Kitchen. Today I made myself some beautiful bread rolls because since I've been housebound with this coronavirus virus thing, I've been making my own bread rolls, and with this quick recipe bread dough I've made myself here, I've got 10 bread rolls. But what I really wanted to say is that my grandson loves olive bread. So I'm just going to show you what you can do with this bread dough. You can do this olive bread, or you can make the bread rolls. I just want to show it to you. It's a very quick recipe. I've got 500 grams of plain flour here. I've got a teaspoon of yeast. You just put everything in together. I've got a teaspoon of salt, and I've got a tablespoon of oil. And also I've got here is 300 mils of hot water, warm water I mean, not hot water, just warm water. And all it does is just mix it together, and when you've mixed it together, it's just like a soft dough, and you can leave it rise for a couple of hours and just put some cling wrap on top of it and just leave it there for a couple of hours. You can go and do something until it rises. So look, that's how quick it is. Just mix it up. Sometimes you mightn't even need all that water. You just might have got to make it just a soft dough. That's all you need. I'll put another bit of water on it. About 300 ml of water, warm water. Look, just lovely soft dough. That's all it takes. I don't even need it all that. I'll just put another bit. Just have to have a soft dough. And I let it rise for about a good couple of hours. You can go away and do something while it's rising, and just mix it up like that. We'll cover it up with some cling wrap and wait until it rises. That's all you do. It's very quick, that's all. Just that flour, a little bit of salt, the yeast, and a bit of oil. Now what you do is just leave it there. I'll cover it up with some cling wrap. Put these away here. And I've got some here that has been rising. See how that's been rising about a couple of hours. So what you do is just put some cling wrap on top of that, which is very, very quick to put together. Leave it, cover it up, leave it there for a couple of hours. Go and do something else while it's rising. And then just put some flour on your bench. And take this out. This is the one that's been rising. There it is. Lovely. It's a lovely soft dough, so it'll make about 10 bread rolls. Lovely soft dough. There you go. And you don't have to do much to that after, because it's just beautiful. And you could just cut it in pieces and make little bread rolls. Just cut it in pieces like that. You don't have to knead it anymore. And look, just put a bread roll like that. Very easy. This is a lovely soft bread roll dough. And you've got to have a nice hot oven. Put your oven on to 200, 250. It needs a nice hot oven. Put it on beforehand. Heat it up really hot. And just make them in little bread rolls like that. And then leave them to rise for about till they've risen another bit. Just cut them off like that. And what I do with the extra, see, I'll show you what I do, is I like to make this. My grandson loves this olive bread. So when I'm doing these bread rolls, he says, make me some olive bread. So I will make some bread rolls, but then I will make a nice round pizza tray of olive bread. So what I'll do is another one of these. All it does, look, you just don't have to put them together. They're lovely soft dough. You don't have to do much to it. They will just rise, and I'll sprinkle a little bit of flour on top of them, because I like to put a little bit of flour on top of them. They will just rise, and just leave them there, cover them up, and then they'll rise. Now with this one here, I'm going to make my grandson some olive bread because he wants some olive bread. So all I'm going to do is just going to stretch it out like that. No problem. Just stretch it out I've got a pizza tray there with some oil on it, and I'm just going to spread it out, and I'm just going to put some olives in it. All he wants is to put some nice olives in it, so that's all I'm doing. Here you go. All you do is that's all you need. And now I've got some nice calamari olives here cut up in pieces, and you just have to put them in there and just stick them in the dough like that. Now he just wants the olives. Now you can do whatever you want on this, but I'm just showing you that just to make some olive bread. If you want to make some olive bread, just make it like this with the bread dough and just put some olives in like that. Just put a lot of olives in there, and now we'll sprinkle a little bit of oil on top, and I'm going to put a little bit of rosemary seasoning on it. Just push them into the dough like that. There you go. And then we'll sprinkle a little bit of oil on top of that and a little bit of salt. And let that rise too, and the same as the bread rolls. And when they've all risen, that's about it. You just fill it up with some nice olives like that. There. Now I'll sprinkle a little bit of oil on top of it. Just a little bit of oil on top of it, just a little bit like that. There you go. And now, I forgot to get my rosemary. I've got some rosemary seasoning I want to put on top of it. I got some rosemary seasoning I want to put on top of it. Just a little bit, not too much, just the rosemary, gives it a bit of flavour. And I also is going to put I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of salt on the top of it. Just a little bit, that seems to give it that little bit of flavour to it, not a lot. And there you go. Well, in the meantime, these have risen, that has risen. You have your oven on at 200 to 250, a nice hot oven, and cover them up, these bread rolls. And in the meantime, they will swell. It'll probably be about another hour, and then you can bake them. And this dough is a lovely soft dough. These are the bread rolls, and they're a nice soft bread roll. They're not a really hard bread roll. They're beautiful soft bread roll. There you go. And this bread here, he just loves it. And they love having it, with a drink or something. Instead of having a pizza, he just wanted to have the olive bread. So what you do is just cut it up like that and just have it in an olive bread. You've got the oil underneath the pan, and just brown it up, and that'll be just lovely. So look, I just wanted to show you that not only doing the bread rolls, that you've got this dough that you can make something else with it. If you don't want to make a pizza, look, if you don't like olives, not everybody likes olives, but you can fill it up with whatever you want. But what I'm doing is for my grandson, that he likes the olive bread, so I said I'd make it for him, and I'll show you how to make it also. So there you go. There's a nice olive bread there and some bread rolls. So I hope that you'll enjoy them and you'll try them, okay? Have a good day. Thank you. Bye.